Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dream Daddy, the dating simulator. That dating simulator. I almost said that eating simulator, but we're not going to do that until much later. Let's go take a look because we were about to date Robert. Or at least try to date Robert.
Welcome. You've got
because I honestly don't know what his deal is. Let's see, we got a few hearts here from Joseph last time we went to the big sale. It was fun and slightly odd with Mary showing up all annoyed as usual, but let's go see if we can send him a message now. Let's send him a message, see if he'll reply this time. And then we can spend the rest of the day hanging out in the park, I guess. Do what you love and the money will come. At least so they say. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with Robert last time we hung out, but I'm beginning to wonder if he's dodging me. I've tried messaging him a few times and that book says he hasn't even read them. Haven't even seen him come out of his house, actually. Is he dead? Are there flies buzzing outside the door? I decided to send one last message, figuring that this will produce the same result. Try not to sound desperate. Hey man, don't know where you've been, but we should grab a drink soon. Oh, drink. He'll respond to the drink, definitely. I walk away from my computer because at this point I know he's not messaging me back anytime soon. This is what we have experienced so far. We're gonna do dishes. Although there aren't much dishes to be done. Very good. I linger in the kitchen. I'm all caught up on work. The house is relatively clean. Maybe I should do something nice for Amanda. I'll bake her favorite pie. And then eat it. I root through the pantry and pull out all the ingredients. This is an old family recipe that I used to make with my grandmother when I was a kid. I lost the actual recipe card a long time ago, but I think I'll be able to remember how to bake it. I think. We've done some interpretive cooking last time, and we were pretty good at that apparently, so why not? I start mixing the ingredients together from the crust until I get a nice dough. I throw some cherries into a saucepan and make the filling. Normally I don't like to multitask in the kitchen, but this cherry pie is a piece of cake. Pie? It's a piece of pie. I'm making a pie. Oh man, I can never remember the temperature you're supposed to set the oven at. I'm pretty sure it's 375, but I could be wrong. Is it? I don't know. I don't know Fahrenheit. Who am I kidding? I'm never wrong when it comes to this pie. My special twist in my grandma's recipe includes a secret ingredient that not even Amanda knows about. It really makes the cherries extra flavorful. God, why can't I even remember what the secret ingredient is? It's almond extract. Sure. Oh, it's almond extract. Duh. Oops, I accidentally poured a little too much in. Way too much in. I'm sure it's fine. Baking is an art, and some of the most beautiful art is made from mistakes. Let's hope that this is one of those cases. I finally get the pie in the oven. How long am I supposed to leave it in there? 50 minutes? I'll just wing it. Man's going to be so excited. That kid loves a good pie. I have a seat at the kitchen table and do word jumbles until Amanda comes home. I can hear the door slam open. Yo, Pops. What smells like pie in here? It's pie, sweetie. Amanda darts over to the oven and looks inside. Yes. Hey, it's not done. Be patient. What's your angle here? What? Pies are an objective-based confection. What are you trying to get out of me? I've been leading a double life. Amanda, I have terrible news for you. I'm actually a pro skateboarder and aspiring astronaut and bank robber. The lifestyle is calling me back and I must go. One last job. You must know how it is. Or you know how it is. The pie was the only way I knew how to tell you. Well, I appreciated the years we spent together, but a trade-up is a trade-up. Remember me when you're kicking your feet up in Ibiza. Thanks for all the pie. We share a cordial handshake. I wait a few more minutes before taking the pie out the oven. Is it set in a rack to cool, or... I set it on a rack to cool and guard it so Amanda doesn't dig into it before it's ready. Huh? What? Does it look kind of weird to you? Oh, that's just me taking artistic lessons on what cherry pie means to me emotionally. I'm just saying this because, you know, it seems like you might have baked this pie incorrectly. And you're currently right now trying to pass it off as a good thing. It's art, sweetie. Was it art when you accidentally baked a whole uncracked egg into the center of my 12th birthday cake? Yep, definitely. Well, it was a symbol for life, starting. You were starting a new phase as a teen. And that needed me in about 12. 11ish, you're still kind of a preteen, but around 12 you start being more independent, and it's like the start of a new age, new dawn, and that's what the egg it resembles. New hope, new life, so that's why that need to be in there whole. Otherwise it would never have carried out its task. Was it art when you tried to make brownies and accidentally created chlorine gas? Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Was it art when you just eat the pie, Panda? I cut us a few slices and we sit down to eat. The cherry filling oozes out of the sides and the buttery crust glistens. I watch as Amanda takes a bite. Ugh. What's wrong? Is it good? Amanda winces and fans her mouth. It's probably really hot. No, it's just burnt the heck out of the roof of my mouth. This pie is amazing. Sorry for doubting you. Even though she's about to cry. I breathe a sigh of relief and take a bite. She's right, the pie is pretty incredible. As it always is. I'm really proud of you for making a pie without burning the new house down. I got a few dad tricks up my dad's sleeve. Maybe fathers aren't as bumbling and stupid as the media makes us out to be. Maybe we as a society, should have a little more respect for fathers as a whole. Whoa! Dad, your sleeve is on fire. Huh? I run to the sink and put myself out. Pride will be my undoing. Amanda and I clean up the kitchen and play a little more living room hoops before she literally retreats to her room to do homework. I go back to my world jumbles again. We're jumbling worlds here. Word jumbles. Hey, this one spells cat. The rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner. I help Amanda with one of her school or scholarship applications, and we both start getting ready for bed. I decide to check the ad book one last time before I climb into bed. Still nothing from Robert. Huh. Hope he's okay. I turn out the lights and lie down. Wait. Oh. Hey. Roger. Hey. Hey, Roger. Come hang out with me. What is that? I was just on the verge of falling asleep. I climb out of bed and try to identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates the dark room. I walk over to it, ready to turn it off, when I notice that what's happening on screen. Winky face. Is that Mary on his phone? Well, that's not exactly subtle. But, I mean, I did have fun with him the other night. Okay. I'll be right over. You gonna kick me out this time? Maybe. Hurry up. I'll bet you it's Mary. I reluctantly throw on a jacket and head outside. Wearing your pajamas still? Wow, oh my god. There's a bone on the floor. Does he have a dog? When I get to Robert's place, the door is already unlocked. As much as I feel like hooking up with Robert again is maybe not the best idea, that's a problem for tomorrow, Roger. Hey, what have you been drinking today? Hey. So, how are things? Robert stares at me.
Hey.
I know you're not here for small talk. I shrug. Yeah, you got me. Robert closes the gap between us and whispers a series of increasingly filthy things in my ear as he backs me into his room. I'm starting to think maybe this was a good idea after all. Maybe. Let's see if he kicks us out this time. Hey. Robert nudges me awake.
So.
Oh, hey. Are you kicking me out?
Oh.
Kicking is a strong word. It's more like a gentle, friendly push. Gentle and friendly are not words I would ever use to describe Roberts. I sit up and stretch. Oh god, I'm so sore. And I haven't had hickeys like this since college. Jeez. I'm not doing this again if you're just gonna force me to leave. Yeah. You'll say that next time too. Oh, he thinks he's got it. I throw my clothes back on while Robert smokes a cigarette on his balcony. See you around, I guess. Yep. I walk back home, my bones creaking. Ugh, what's his problem? Well, he's got plenty of problems. What do you do when you're... that was a lot of text I couldn't read. Kid completes. Knife. No Mary this time. Oh, C.
Maybe if you were hotter.
Huh? What was that? I don't know. He said something, but I don't know what it was. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. Has another day passed? Wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but I can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? Obviously not. I don't want to talk about it. Did something happen? Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. Something must have happened. I'm not crazy. Amanda, get out. Okay, okay. I quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. Once the door closes, I can hear her crying again. I'll bet you she has boyfriend troubles. Wow. What has her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She's usually so open with me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. I can't even remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up and takes her still freezer-burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at the picture of Amanda and I hanging on the wall. In it, I'm teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing even had happened. Ice cream solves everything. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse, but I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. Another cake? I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen, like she usually does, she makes a beeline for her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin? What? Can you come here for a second? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I got scared when I know something's wrong, and I can get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, So just, whatever it is, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy. Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting is set by now. Ta-da! Dad. It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over. Sorry you're sad, but I support you 100%. Heart. And she's 3 years old. Hooray! This is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big ol' hug. I grab some plates and forks and we serve up a nice delicious cake. So, it's really stupid. What is? This whole thing, I know I've been really weird lately and there's just, I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you charts. Oh, that sounds like a good idea. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes?
Oh.
I guess you should start from the top. So, you know how Emma R. is going to that fancy art school in California, right? Emma R. Oh god, the one who puked. No, that was us. The best friend. The other one. The other one. I guess you're not technically wrong. It's good to have fallbacks like that one.
Oh.
Anyway, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out from Rosie M., everybody's a criminal in this neighborhood, that both of the Emmas, Grace and Noah, all went to a party at Mackenzie F's on the same night, and they all told me they were busy studying for the oh, that's not good at all. Yikes.
Oh.
So, another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I have a crush on Noah, and, that's the thing. What? Whoa. I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay. You're a bad liar. So are you. I learned from the worst. Anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was MR. She promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I just kept quiet and keep going about my daily business. Amanda sighs. And then one day I invite everybody out to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them were ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they'll say they're busy, like, simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we were out of chips and I really, really wanted nachos. Totally understandable.
Oh.
So we go to the mall anyway. I get to the second to food court. And who do I see there with but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos without me? What? It gets better, quote unquote. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss. No. Yes, I know. So I storm over there and I'm like, hey. And Grace drops a nacho in her shirt because of course she does, and Emma R just like glares at me. Grace, nothing's coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the gossipy one? I know. Grace is the one nobody really likes, or I guess that's me now. But anyway, nobody will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck. When she realized it's not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed, and I just wanted to get out of there. So I left without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to this shitty day, and immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to MR asking how long Noah's thing been going on, and sorry, I know that's a lot. You still following? What did she say? Oh, okay, get a load of this. MR says, you know what, let me just read it to you. Amanda pulls out her phone and reads, word for word, an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I cannot believe that, because I've not heard anything, so what can I believe? I can't believe anything I've not heard. I care so much about what Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I am trying my hardest to be supportive.
Oh.
They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her that she's been a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then she left me on read. Huh? Left me on read? On read. On read or unread? And then, wait, left me on read? What's that? Oh, like, she saw my message and didn't reply, okay. And I know that because of the read receipts. I don't know what read receipts are, but I'm just gonna nod and pretend I understand. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she's at least being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about she is being kind of reasonable about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And he tells me that Emma P sent screenshot of everything I told her to the group chat and that I got kicked out. What? Alright, I think you lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad. There's so much more of it. Honestly, it's all just really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me, half of my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. And I don't understand why. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected it from somebody else, but everybody else, but... MR's been there since Mom died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even that mad that she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long. Amanda stamps at the remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everyone just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Yeah, I'd like to know that as well. It sounds really suspicious. Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, like, I missed him, Dad. Amanda looks so dejected I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help? Anyway, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Wow. I know it's pretty dumb. It's not dumb. It's terrible. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. No, it's... Oh, she says that about herself. Okay. Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever get mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time? Have you? Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long time ago. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Not offensive life forever. Real friends don't do that, exactly. When you get older, you start realizing the sort of people you want to associate yourself with. Do you really want to surround yourself with people who won't do something like that to your friend? It takes a lot of work to find and maintain meaningful friendships. It took me a long time to figure out that myself, and I wish I had learned it sooner. Then I would have had some friends by now. Who knows? If the other person isn't putting the effort in to show you how much they care, it's not worth it. You're not beholden to being their friend. Robert. Excuse me. Ultimately, I think this says way more about their character than it does about yours because you're amazing. And if they can't see that, well, that's their problem. And their loss. I'll keep that in mind. I look down at the table. Did we just eat the whole cake? Yes, we did. Just eat that whole cake. Well, good talk. Amanda gets up to go to her room. Before she closes her door, she turns around. Hey, Pops? Yes? Thank you. Are you always welcome? Or you are always welcome. Are you always welcome, Amanda? I didn't know that. You're always welcome. I love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
I love you too, Dad. Why did I say that? She already said herself. Have you ever read Rich Poor Dad? No, I have not.
You've got
But
dads.
I have read a book that is written by the same guy. Do we have time for another date? How long has this recording been? I think we had about 20 minutes. I think since the date with Robert was so short and the news from Amanda was so sucky, I think we should go on a date with Damien. Why the hell not? Let's try that again. Or do we have 2 hearts with Robert now? We do. But I don't think this is going to go anywhere else other than what's been going on so far. So let's leave him for now. And let's talk to this guy, because even though he's really weird, he is actually kind of nice. So let's go ahead and send him another massage. Always help a friend in need. Who is a friend indeed. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damon the other day. I wonder what he's up to. I open up that book and start writing the message when Amanda walks in the door. Dad, you got a letter. A letter? Oh, is it from Grandma? No, it's from Damien. Oh yeah, he doesn't send texts. Cool. Whoa, can I see it? Amanda hands me a piece of old parchment folded into an envelope and sealed with purple wax. Damn, the dude goes all out. Pretty cool though, you should do that more often. I pry off the seal and unfold the letter. In the most beautiful calligraphy, the letter reads, Dearest Roger, I hope you'll find my continued correspondence endearing rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of this slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiment that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily under the warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak towards something unwelcome. For now, I hope that you might forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. Oh, dear. I didn't know that it was so serious. While the afternoon may have been derailed by forces unforeseen, your companionship helped me a great deal, not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirit, and for that I thank you. That said, Roger, if you'd allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema, followed by a moonlit stroll would be to your taste. I eagerly await your response. With great respect, D. Bloodmarch. What a lovely letter. Amanda and I both look up from the letter. Wow. He's good. So are you gonna catch a movie with him? Yeah, I better message him on that book and let him know. Amanda slaps my laptop shut. You have to write him back, a real letter. But my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crayon.
Yes.
Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That's so cool. Will you help me? I need to class this up. Father, I was made for this. Here's what you do. Find tickets to a show that you would like and then enclose them in the letter. Oh, that's classy. Amanda and I hop onto my laptop and peruse Showtime. He doesn't seem like a romantic comedy type of guy.
Yes.
Oh, here's one. Vampire Crusade 2? Evil Never Dies. I don't know, that sounds kind of stupid. Actually, it's a critically acclaimed exploration on the ennui of existence. It really turns the vampire trope on its head. Really? Nah, there's just a lot of blood and vampire titties. Well, let's roll the dice. I purchase the tickets and print them out, then sit down at the table with Amanda to try drafting a nice letter. I start writing. Damien, I do hope this letter finds you in good health. Yes, good one. What's next? Hey, remember when your son tried to... You've been good? I must confess of my amateur control of the written word. Yes, definitely. Geez, Dad, have some faith in yourself. Okay, we're trucking along. Let him know how you're feeling. You find me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. Do you very much enjoy the adventure we found ourselves when last met? That earnest shit was pretty messed up. Let's see now, if you find me in good spirits. I think so, too. Yeah, nice. Ask him to hang out already. Jeez. True art takes time, Amanda. Take it easy. Well, it's a strange turn of events. I find myself enamored of the situation at hand. Like Rugel's landscape with the fall of Icarus, I find myself lost in your details. Wow. Let me, get at that. Strange turn of events. I found myself enamored of the situation at hand. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. Bring it home, Pops. I very much enjoy your company accompanying me to the cinema. I would like to bring great pleasure. It would bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. That sounds better. Smooth. Calling it the cinema is a classic move. Well, he called it the cinema himself, so he might as well use his own language. Enclosed you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you'll find both titillating and enjoyable. At least, we hope so. We will carry on. Namaste. Heart daps. Best wishes. Then I sign my name, my full name, fancier that way. Roger Blake. Is this okay? Amanda reads over my sloppy handwriting. Wow. It sounded fancier than it looks. Letter finds you in good health. I must class. Let's see if it works as a whole letter instead of just a collection of sentences. Damien, I do hope that this letter finds you in good health. I must confess of my amateur control of the written word, as well as my even more amateur penmanship. The letter found me in a good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. While a strange turn of events, I found myself enamored of the situation at hand. It would bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Enclosed you'll find 2 tickets of Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you'll find both titillating and enjoyable. Best wishes, Roger Blake. You spelled his name wrong. I did? What? Nah, just trying to keep you on your toes. Now all you have to do is seal it and put it in his mailbox. Can I seal it with tape? That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back. The man leaves the room and returns with a candle, a lighter, and a small piece of wood. You gotta have a wax seal. He lights the candle, which starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax. What's that other thing? Amanda pours some of the wax onto the folded letter and expertly presses the small piece of wood into it. She lets it dry for a second and pulls the wood away, revealing... Here it is, your sigil. A little kitten with a bow in its head. Awesome. Scrapping this stuff always comes in clutch. Well, I guess all there is to do is deliver this to his doorstep now, huh? Oh, I thought we were getting a carrier pigeon to do it. I really called my guy. The carrier pigeon guy? I have a pigeon guy. Marcus has the good pigeons. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good. I don't want to know if any of this is true. I head outside and walk up to Damon's house. I slip the letter into the slot in his door and go back home. Mission accomplished? Now we play the waiting game. The night finally rolls around where I'm supposed to meet Damien. The next day he had left another beautifully crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Amanda helps me pick out a nice outfit and I show up to the theater and a little bit early. It's a chilly night and their theater is kind of crowded, but it's still nice. How do you do? Whoa. Bad weather. I jump at the sound of his voice and turn around to see Damon right behind me. He almost gave me a heart attack. How long were you there for? Ugh! I don't know. I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you. Was that thunder? Is it gonna rain soon? I didn't hear anything. What?
What?
Regardless, the hour grows close. Shall we take our seats at the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Hobbitsons. Please allow me to repay the deed in Sour Patch Kids or perhaps Milk Duds. Let's do it. We get in line to buy snacks. As we're waiting, I hear a familiar voice behind me. Ugh, my dad's here. I turn around to find Lucian standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids. Lucian, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theater. I'm glad to see you spending some quality time with your friends. Whatever, Dad. And what movie will we be attending tonight? My friends are making me see some kids' movie about talking animals. I don't really care about it.
Oh.
Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. I'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies.
What?
You watching that? Yeah, I thought Damon would enjoy it. Huh, good luck with that, Dad. Lucian rejoins his friends and I look over to Damien. Good luck with what? It's nothing. My son loves to tease. We wait in line for a little longer and Damien buys us snacks. He seems a little nervous. I wonder what's wrong. Maybe he knows the movie already. Damien and I take our seats and settle in for previews. Glancing at him, I can see that he's sweating profusely and gripping his armrest. What's going on? Is everything okay? Everything is perfectly fine. I'm so excited for this film. I'm a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the art, the better. Do you have a favorite horror movie? Of course I have a favorite horror movie. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying. Oh, interesting. That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected him to bring up some sort of strange foreign horror film that I'd never heard of. Damon's knuckles are turning white. It looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Wait a second. Damon, are you afraid of horror movies?
What?
You must be joking. I love horror movies. The lights dim for the film.
Ah!
Well, I don't have to read that out. I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all. We settle in as the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice, and then he takes one. I take note of how much his hands are shaking. The title flashes across the screen in bloody letters. Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. A pale man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, and well-oiled abs sits up in a coffin. Awaken my coven. Two more vampires slide the tops of their stone coffins onto the floor. Brother, is it time? Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy, it is time. The three look at each other and then to the camera. For the Vampire Crusade. This rules. The trio of vampires slice off into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounds, it's actually pretty good. It's a fun flick, apparently. We get to a tense moment of the movie where Romulus Trueblood sits at a truce meeting with the general of the human army, whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with. Oh dear. Romulus, it is good to finally meet you. General, I agree. It is good to finally blood you. Romulus leaps out and slashes the General's throat. Blood splatters over everything, including the camera. Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my hand. I immediately blushed, forgetting about any vampires or vampiric blood. Or blood or vampiric blood. How much blood can you forget?
Oh my.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Damien retracts his hand and replaces it back in his lap. I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic and I got to an extremely scary section. Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit that he's afraid of it. I wish he would hold my hand again. Maybe I could do something to try to make him feel more comfortable. I got it. I'll I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie. And annoy everybody around. Point out a plot hole. I'll point out a plot hole, maybe. Did you notice how that guard fired 7 bullets, but his gun only holds 6 bullets? Yes, that is absolutely unforgivable from a filmmaking standpoint. It's almost unwatchable. It's funny how it's so much easier to point out tiny mistakes in the work of others than it is to actually go create your own thing, huh? Hey, look, that's an anachronism. The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly, with only a few whimpers from Damon. Maybe you would have liked the romantic comedy better. Probably would. We get to the final scene of the movie where Romulus Bad Blood and the General's wife embrace each other in his crypt. It appears that the true vampire crusade was a vampire crusade in our hearts, our cold, unbeating hearts. Romulus and the General's wife begin making out. Hard. Aye. The film fades to black and the end appears on the screen, but then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover Camilla, who watch the two from afar. Oh dear, that's probably part 3 coming on. Oh no, twist ending. Our bloodline has been pure for 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It will only be a short time before the next Vampire Crusade 3, evil must die again. More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again and a bloody question mark now accompanies the end. Damon and I walk out the movie theater amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He even seems kind of invigorated. What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore. Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be, but... Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll. I think the night is done. It's daytime. Damon is making a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk and the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater. Reading, right? Lovely night, isn't it? As lovely as the company is. Okay. He thinks I'm lovely. Damn, okay. Here comes the smooth response. Thanks. Cool. Okay. I'll just say thanks. No problem. Crushed it. We both stand there feeling a little awkward. I'm sure I'm one smooth operator. Are you getting a little hungry? We could maybe stop off and grab something to eat. Nachos? Worry not, friend, I have a plan. We turn the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery. What? Are we going in there? Are we going to have a picnic in the cemetery? Is that what we're doing?
Oh.
A little bit of Victorian flavor, Roger, trust me. I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't let me wrong yet. Suddenly music is super loud. Where's this coming from? I follow his lead as we walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us and we follow a path through the faded tombstones. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him. For being in a cemetery, this is strangely romantic. A picnic in the graveyards is an old Victorian tradition. An appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say? And I was right about the picnic. With a flourish, Damon produces a blanket and picnic basket. Where was he hiding that all this time? Wait, where are we hiding that exactly? An interdimensional pocket? Under my cloak? Oh, right. Damien unfolds the blanket and we both sit down, gazing out at the night lights, or city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses. In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures. That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question though. How are you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie? I wasn't... He sighs deeply. Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I've never been good at those. I just feel as if because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror movies, so I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times, or at all. Dana, I'm so sorry. If I had known, I would have suggested another movie. It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one. Thank you for your help. Graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separated from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think, gives us certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. Sit amongst the generations of those who came before to blah 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 blah. To be truly alive in the midst of so much death brings me great comfort. Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel sacred. No, I definitely don't feel sacred. I don't feel scared anymore either. Never thought I'd be uncomfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel pretty peaceful. Although you're not sitting alone, so I guess that helps. Suddenly, it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. What is that? I'm not sure. It noticed us. I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins lumbering towards us, its shape taking a more animal form, more feral. I look to Damien for help, but he's just as afraid as transfixes I am. It's probably a dog. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature is getting closer, moving faster. Woof! Oh. It's a dog. Ah, look at that cutie. As it finally comes into the light, the friendliest, dumbest little Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards us. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs at his hands. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily. What a beautiful dog. Hey. We both look up, not expecting to see... Thanks. Robert, what are you doing out here on this lovely evening? Hunting cryptids. What? What? I didn't know you had a dog. This isn't my dog. I found her wandering in the street, and put a leash on her, and now we're walking around this graveyard together. Hunting cryptids. Jamie and I share a look. May I give her a treat? Sure. Wouldn't give her cheese, though. Not to worry. Damon reaches into the depths of his cloak and produces a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, tail wagging furiously. Damon continues to smooth down her fur. Thanks. My absolute pleasure. Damon shakes the dog's paw. Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. Robert and his dog disappear into the darkness again. Damon stares after them. I didn't know you liked dogs. Victorians love dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog, such as a terrier or Maltese. I think big dogs are nice too. Yeah, man, dogs are cool. I do believe we've had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home? Damon hops onto his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it, as my knees aren't what they used to be. He packs up his picnic basket and leads us out the graveyard. As we begin the walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. Like a proper gentleman, Damon walks me to my doorstep. Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight. Damien, it was my pleasure. Roger, if you'll allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection. No? Damien reaches into a cloak and pulls out a folded monogrammed handkerchief. He pressed it into my hands. Wow, thank you, Damien. I will use to dry my tears for those... Okay, let's sneeze into this. I'm going to wave it at passing ships. Oh, that's also cute. A noble purpose. Damon shuffles his feet. I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you, someone who's open to my eccentricities. It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you. Damon gives my hand a quick squeeze. Damon blushes and hastily retracts his hand. I must take my leave. Good night. Before I can say anything else, he's gone. I lock the door and step inside.
Hey.
Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch trying to look nonchalant. Hey, Dad, what's up? Were you watching me from the window? No, I was just... Okay, yes, how was the movie? Lots of vampire titties. Told you. But as it turns out, Damien is a Wait, Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep it between me and Damien. Scary cool. Yep, he's so cool it's scary. Nice save, Roger. Did you know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties? I think I'm misremembering that. Wow, that's pretty punk. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though. How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf? How can you be so sure I'm not a werewolf? And how can I be so sure you're not a werewolf? The man's eyes narrow. I don't trust you. Nor I you. We make intense, wary eye contact for a second. Anyway, I'm calling it for the night. Don't stay up too late, will you? I start to sound like him now. I'll try not to howl at the moon past midnight. You're parking uphill. Be sure to turn your tires towards the street. That completes. Or date complete. That was already complete. I don't think these points mean anything. S.
Wow. My stars, this... Never in a million moons have I had a date such as exquisite as this one.
Oh, I thought you were going to say more. I was like, oh my god, that must be the worst score ever. But apparently it goes beyond A. Rank S. Interesting. I'm pretty sure these points are meaningless. I don't know what kind of scoring system they have. Probably they don't have any scoring system. Anyway, the date went well. We got a little sound effect after that. And I'm going to call it here now because we had 2 dates today. It's been an extra long episode, but that's nice because this date was at least more worthwhile spending time with than the one with Robert. Although we got a little bit of Robert in there as well. During our date with Damien, we got a bit of both. Why not? Have a bit of both, if you can. I'm going to say thanks for watching. I'm going to say ask you to like and subscribe and share the videos. If you'd like to do that, that would be great. If not, no hard feelings. I will see you next time, and bye-bye for now.